Oh, okay, we're here. Late start. Doesn't matter. Good morning to the Culers around the world. Deep breath. Deep breath. Okay, just ran up the stairs. No big deal. It's time to wake up in Barca. This is everybody's favorite Barcelona news show where we catch up on all the headlines coming out of the Camp Nou. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the upcoming match versus Real Batiste. It'll be a Barcelona-Real Batiste match preview. We'll also talk about apparently contract talks between Dembele and Barcelona are hitting ahead at a stopping point. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll also talk about Sergio Roberto having to go under the knife, getting surgery, probably going to be out the rest of the year. We'll talk about all of that. We'll have a little bit of caffeine. We'll catch up with each other in the chat. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the conversation with the Kool-Aids from around the world, aka the Stash Squad, as we catch up on all the Barcelona news. But before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and start things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
Okay, intro is off. Tweet has been sent out. How's everybody doing this morning? Quick check-in on the chat. I know I'm late. This was a very late one. Let me zoom out a little bit, actually. That's a little bit better. Maybe right there. Okay, there we go. No need to cut the top of my head off with this gorgeous mane I have going. Get out of here. Anyway, good morning, Vipula. Good morning, Coffee. Cheers to you, sir. Good morning, Ernest. Let's get a tab open. Like I said, we're going to be talking Barcelona news, including the match preview and prediction for Barcelona versus Real Batiste. We'll be talking about Dembele contract stalls, and we'll be talking about Sergio Roberto being injured, having surgery, and probably being out for the rest of the season. Not great, but let's just start out as we always do with a little Barcelona news, and we'll see what pops up. Ooh, I did want to talk about that as well. Where did that article just go? It was about this, what's it called? Not the CDC, whatever that deal was. Well, I might as well just go back. This one, the CVC. We can talk about that. A little unexpected news, actually. Why don't we start there? No, I'm going to manage those cookies. I'm going to block them cookies. I'm going to save it. And now just leave me alone. How do I get back to the site? Okay, cool. Manage the cookies. Now we do this. All right. Real Madrid and Barcelona seek to thwart the CVC's $2 billion La Liga deal. So I was reading this earlier, and let's get some of these numbers. I don't think this is the same article I was reading, so I'm not sure if this will give it to us or not. Here it is. This is some of the details you need to know. Under the new proposal, a special purpose vehicle would be created that would raise $2 billion of debt at a cost of 2.5 to 3% over 25 years. This titled Project Sustainable, Real and Barca argue that it would cost less than the CVC alternative, potentially saving more than $12 billion for the clubs. All right, so here's what's happening. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid have all come together and put together a deal that would be, apparently, according to these details, be more beneficial for the La Liga clubs financially, and they wouldn't have to give up any of their broadcast rights. So this is kind of a last minute, 11th hour desperate attempt for Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico to come up with a different deal for the clubs. Apparently they sent out an email to all, 48 clubs, I think it was, in La Liga and Segunda Division. And we're waiting to hear a response. So they've been fighting it. This is one of those things that early on in the summer when this deal was being discussed, the La Liga president came out and said that that had Barcelona gotten on board with this CVC deal, they would have been able to keep Lionel Messi. I don't know how true that is. It felt like a dig at Barcelona and Joan Laporta. So I'm not sure how much truth there is to that. But Coffee is right. At the end of the day, La Liga might say no to this side deal happening. So it's very interesting how Barcelona and Real Madrid, and now apparently Atletico Madrid, are really just butting heads with the La Liga president. I'm curious to see how those relationships kind of crumble down. Only Juan, how we doing, friend? Ernest says, can you please wait a few seconds before you start the stream, because as always plays, an ad always plays before the stream starts. Gotcha. You know what I might do, to be honest? Well, I don't know. We'll see. Yes, I should do that, right? I should start the stream, have a little slideshow going like I do for the pre-match, right? Why don't I do that? Here's what I should do from here on out, is actually just start it at, I might put my hair up in a ponytail today. It's wild. Actually just start the stream at 7, but have a little slideshow going like I typically do for the live matches. And then from there, I'll hop on at like 7:05 like I typically do. How about that? We'll work on that. There's going to be some changes. There's going to be some upgrades. Might see a few things look different once I get to this holiday break. I got 2 more weeks, and then I have 2 weeks off of my day job, and I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into this channel. Not to get too sidetracked from the news, but what I'm thinking about is trying to do a video every other day for 2 weeks, and it's just going to be, well, here's where I get hung up. If I can come up with ideas that are a little bit more evergreen, that aren't just like the daily news or the weekly news or something that's going to be outdated within 7 to 10 days, that's what I'll do. But the 2 weeks leading up to the start of the new year, I'm going to be pumping out a lot of videos. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you have the notifications turned on. There's going to be a lot of content here on the channel. In the meantime, folks, excuse me. Okay, that's a little better. Sorry about that. Let's get into some of these other news stories, because like I said, we are going to do a little match preview, take a look at a potential lineup, and talk predictions for Barcelona versus Real Betis. We are also going to talk about Dembele's contract and the the lack of progress, and then we'll talk Sergio Roberto as well. We'll probably leave that Barcelona Real Madrid match preview for the end. Thank you, Only Juan. I appreciate that. Let's see what Laporta said 55 minutes ago from all the time with the cookies. Everybody wants my cookies, dog. Everybody. Disagree. Oh, I didn't even, there we go. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. Disagree. Okay. Laporta, I want Dembele to stay at Barcelona. He's better than Mbappe. Wow. Big words from El Presidente de Barcelona, Joan Laporta. Listen, I've said similar things. I wouldn't go as far as to say he's better than Mbappe, but in my opinion, I think Dembele has the potential to be top 3 in the world. He needs to work on his finishing and his decision making overall, but his sprinting pace, his dribbling skills, and his ability to go from full speed to stopping on a dime to then back at full sprint is absolutely unbelievable, incredible. Have not seen anybody move like that. Okay, so Dembele is in his own class in that regard. Is he better than Mbappe? No, he's not. Could he be? Sure, maybe, potentially. Barcelona president Joan Laporta believes that Ousmane Dembele is better than Real Madrid target Kylian Mbappe and expects the Frenchman to renew at the Camp Nou. Dembele's contracts have been ongoing for quite some time now, leading to some apprehension about the situation from many fans of the Blaugrana, but the president isn't concerned. We have a very good relationship with Dembele and he wants to stay, Laporta told TV3. We also want him to stay because he's a great player. These situations need negotiations with representatives who want the best for the player. I'm enthusiastic about Dembele. He's a better player than Mbappe. Now here's the thing. Some of you might have caught that little dig. These situations need negotiations with representatives who want what's best for the player. That is a slight at Dembele's agent more than anything else. I want to make sure I get his name right. I don't want to slander somebody somebody else here. Dembele's agent. What is his name though? Ousmane Dembele's Moussa Sissoko. Ousmane Dembele's representative, Moussa Sissoko, met with Barcelona sporting director Matteo Almani today to discuss the French forward's contract renewal, according to Candenia Ser and Mundo Deportivo. The meeting lasted for 3 hours, and Sissoko conveyed to Almani that while Dembele's priority is to continue at the Camp Nou, there are interesting offers on the table. The meeting is good news in one regard, as it indicates a willingness to negotiate on the player's behalf, blah, 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 blah. Okay, folks, so that's the deal. That was a little dig from Jean Laporta to Moussa Sissoko, Ousmane's agent, saying that he doesn't really have his best interest at heart. Talking a little schmack there. Levi, I'm sorry to hear that you're not doing well. I hope you get some rest. We got a few folks in the stash squad not feeling well. Someone else picked up COVID. So everyone, you gotta stay healthy. All right? Make sure you're getting sleep. Make sure you're eating okay. Make sure you get sunshine when you can. I have not been doing a good job of that. I need to get out of the house a little bit more. But to be fair, outside of yesterday, the weather has not been great. So, gotta take care of yourselves, folks. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, and then some form of expression. Whatever that is for you. It could be something artistic. It could just be scream therapy. It could be, punching a heavy bag for a few minutes. Writing some music. Whatever it is. However you express yourself. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, expression. My friends. Those are the 4 things that you need to get your head right. You know? Levi says, I thought Sissoko played for Spurs. I know, it's crazy. He's just putting in long hours, burning the midnight oil, playing for Spurs and being Dembele's agent. Pretty crazy. All right, what else? What else is happening on this Friday? Let's see what other news we get for Barcelona news. So, let me know in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is Dembele to sign a new contract for Barcelona? Right now, the stipulations are that Barcelona are saying he has to sign something by December 15th. Otherwise, he's risking being sat on the bench for the rest of the season. That would be devastating to Barcelona's Champions League campaign, the La Liga campaign, Copa del Rey. It would be a huge impact if we don't have Dembele because we're just letting him sit out for the rest of the season. Because his contract does end at the end of the year. So I am nervous about it. I am very nervous about it. So let me know. Out of 10, Levi says it's a 5. You stupid, good morning, sir, says it's a 3. Levi says Laporta rates him, but Xavi does Xavi rate him? Yes, Xavi is a big fan of Dembele. Levi says the Real Batiste is on Sunday. It might be for you. But for me, it's going to be Saturday, 10:15 a.m. I'll show y'all here. 10:15 a.m. That is Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going live here on the channel closer to about 9:45, so about 30 minutes before kickoff. We'll be here live for Barcelona versus Real Betis. Only Juan, I'm just messing around. Just doing a little bit of teasing, playing along with Levi there. You guys can hear that, huh? I gotta turn down. I at one point in time had what is called a gate on this microphone, so it had to hit a certain level before it got picked up there. We'll fix that, because people always say that they can hear the dogs fighting in the background too. So that was the misses. Yeah, look at that, Levi. You would have completely missed the match, my friend. Yeah, it's going to be live 10:15 a.m. We are going to do, it's 7:20 already. That's what happens when you start late, John. Let's do Sergi Roberto news. This is unfortunate. But he's going to be undergoing surgery, might be out for the rest of the campaign. Levi says Dembele has something in him that makes him that could make him a world-class player. I agree. I'm certainly not giving up on Dembele. It's just he's kind of pulling a Mariba right now and not wanting to sign a contract. Like, now's not the time to be pinching Barcelona for more money. You know what I mean? Just saying. Whoa, what's up, Culers? I don't start this late. Give me a break here. And you guys should have notifications turned on, by the way, so that when I do go live, you get that ping. Family wedding coming up, Culers. Nice. Is it in the valley, or you gotta do some traveling for that? Anyway, Sergio Roberto, here's the headline, folks. Sergio Roberto, I read the headline earlier, Sergio Roberto can't catch a break, and that is quite accurate. After spending years playing out of position just because the club needed him to, this looked like this was going to be his first year under Xavi to maybe get some time in the midfield, and it's not going to happen because Sergio Roberto to undergo surgery in the coming days. The procedure on the player is due to rectus femoris muscle in his right thigh. Will be carried out by Dr. Las Lampanian in Turku, Finland, under the supervision of the club's medical staff. This season, despite missing recent matches, blah, 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 blah. We'll issue a press release. Okay, so of course no determination there, but I did see an article earlier saying that he was going to probably be out for the rest of the year. So, disappointed for Sergio Roberto. We wish him well. So Sergio Roberto out for the season, Aguero out for the season, Pedri out until January, Ansu Fati hopefully coming back for the Bayern Munich match. But even if that's the case, like, how fit is he going to be? You know what I mean? What Ansu Fati are we getting back? When he returned from over a year-long injury, he did score in his first match back. So who am I to talk? But just saying, my friends. In the meantime, I'm just kind of buying time here because we're going to do a little match preview as I bring this over here. Very good, very good. And I bring this window over here. Got it. Okay. So, now that we got some folks coming in and hanging out, starting their day with us, we're going to go ahead and do a Barcelona Real Betis match preview. We'll talk lineups, we'll talk predictions, and you know how I like to start things out here. Give me one player that you want to build the lineup with. Tell me who that player is, what formation we're going with, and then where is that player going to be on the pitch, and we will build from there. You Stupid says Araujo is a must for Barca. They have to fix his contract. Agreed. That has to happen. There's some EPL clubs sniffing around that need to be kicked away with a fresh contract from Araujo. Levi says, I love Roberto. I can tell he loves the club. Absolutely. Very dedicated, willing to do whatever he needs to help the club out. He's shown that time after time over the years. Ernest says, Manchester United fans chanted Ole's name after his sacking. Wish Barca fans could do the same. No one's going to chant Coleman. Barca fans just aren't that forgiving, unfortunately. Krispy Kreme, good morning, says, I wouldn't risk Ansu for Bayern Munich. I might, if it's close. I wouldn't start him, of course, but if it's, 10 minutes and we need a goal, I'll throw him out there. I'll definitely throw him out there. Levi says, starting with De Jong. IG, how we doing, friend? Welcome. Ernest also saying Frankie De Jong. Coffee says 4-3-3 with Boosie. IG giving us the front three already. Levi says no fullbacks. No, we're going to have fullbacks. That's going to happen. Animal, good morning. Says Xavi just hinted Serginho Dest is 100% now and will be available tomorrow. That's what I'm suspecting. He did come off the bench against Benfica, but that was just after some desperation to get some pace on that left-hand side. So I do expect Dest to get the start. I did see a couple votes for Frankie de Jong. We might start with him. Let me mark out who's going to be not available for this. We got Agüero. Wait, hang on. I need to bring on Akomach. Give me 1 second, because I have not saved the updated version of my lineup here, so I got to keep dragging him on. Look at that. Super big Akomach. Added in an extra syllable there. Whoops. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Come down here. We go like this. We get small. We fit in right here. Look at that. You guys are seeing the behind the scenes action here. All right. So, who's injured for Barcelona? Agüero's out. Goatwait's out. Dembele, Demir all available. Fati's out. Pedri's out. Sergio Roberto's out. Dest and Alba are going to be okay. Alba might get rested for this one. There's a possibility that Alba could be rested. We'll talk about that. I think everybody else back here is fit and healthy. Should be good to go. So we'll turn the opacity down on these folks. Bangarang. Okay. So that's what we have available to us, folks. Am I getting any other votes here? Coffee says, so Dest will be the right back. Yes, unless we rest Jordi Alba, which would mean Dest would go to left back, and either Araujo or Mingueza would be right back. That's a possibility. Levi says, so many players in the Barcelona team that were unknown a year ago, unknown 2 months ago. Akomach, Abde, Alvaro, who hasn't actually gotten any playing time yet, but you could throw in Gavi and Nico. They were getting a little bit of attention last year, but my goodness. I would do the same, Levi. I would rest Jordi Alba and I would rest Busquets. Honestly, I'd think about resting Memphis. I would consider that. However, I'm not sure we have other attacking options that we can rely on. I just can't see Xavi starting Luke de Jong to give Memphis a rest. I just can't see it. I'm just not seeing it. I think Dembele gets the start on the right wing. I think Gavi goes left wing. And I think Memphis goes in at striker. We'll start with a front three. We almost never start with a front three. But just to change things up a little bit, why not, right? There's a front three. Back four, I think, should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to... I just said it should be straightforward. Now I'm completely doubting myself. Animal says maybe Demir as a false 9 for Memphis. I don't see it happening. I don't see Xavi doing anything that out of character. Because here's the thing. Here's what we got to balance. Yes, we want to give some players a rest, but we also don't want to fall out of form. We don't want it to be 10 days with our potential starting 11 against Bayern not playing together. Just saying. Levi says, if you wake up from a 5-year coma and your first thought is, how is Barcelona doing, then you must be the biggest Barca fan ever. I don't know where that thought came from, Levi, but sure, I'll agree with you. Okay, let's assume that he is not going to rest Jordi Alba. All right, let's just assume he's not. Then we would go Alba on the left, Dest on the right, PK and Araujo as the center back pairing. Where's Araujo? There he is. I want to see Langley get some more time. He had a couple of matches in Champions League. He played both of the matches against Dynamo, played quite well actually. And so I would like to see him get a little bit more time. Oh, sorry, I missed Coffee's comment. My bad. Fair enough. Fair enough. Only Juan saying 3-4-3 formation. I don't know. Could they do that? Sure. But so far, if you look at what Xavi's been doing lineup-wise, I'm going with what is most likely here. Ernest says, why don't you play Abde on the wing and Gavi in the midfield? Because I think that midfield is going to be taken up by Busquets, Nico, and Frankie. That's why. Listen, So here's what we'll start with. This is what I think Xavi is going to go with. This is the most likely starting 11 for Xavi. He'll have a Dembele in the starting 11 for the first time. He'll have Dest in the starting 11 for the first time. And that's going to fill out the only changes that I suspect we'll see. If I had my way of things going into this match, I would rest Busquets. I would drop Frankie de Jong into that holding role. I would bring Gavi down. And then I would put Coutinho on that left wing. I would also rest Jordi Alba, put Dest out there, slide Araujo to right back, and put Garcia in at center back. That's what I would do. I think that this is a good move to, one, see if Coutinho can keep that momentum going after his substitution performance over the weekend. Came on, looked pretty sharp on the ball, drew a penalty, buried the penalty. See if we can build off of that momentum. It gives Gavi some time in the midfield. It gives Busquets I just completely lost my words there. I gotta suspect a much needed break for the what is he now, 34, 35, something like that. So give Busquets a break, give Alba a break, put Dest on that left wing, give him a good run out, and see where we go from there. That's what I would do. You guys saw what Xavi's probably going to go with, but this is what I would do if I was going to tweak things just a little bit. So what do you all think about this one? Levi says Langlay's playing is okay. Actually, speaking of Langley, yeah, I would make that change. Garcia, you've had plenty of playing time. You can sit down. I'd put Langley in there, which would mean PK would move more to the right side. Langley would be on the left. And maybe do something like that for this match against Real Batiste. This is what I think will be the starting 11 for Barcelona versus Real Batiste. Let me know your thoughts. This is what I would do, I should say. I don't know how close I am to Xavi's actual lineup. Animal says, I hope Xavi will finally sub in Balde for Alba at some time. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, for those of you that were hating on Coleman for his assessment of some of the youngsters, Xavi's having the same opinion about some of these folks. Notice Ricky Puig not getting a lot of playing time. IG says, what about Umtiti? All reports are saying that Xavi's not even going to give Umtiti a chance on the pitch, that it's just going to be bye-bye Umtiti come January. Coffee says, I'd rather play Balde, PK, Araujo, Dest combination at the back. That is also a possibility. Who knows? I mean, right now, Xavi seems to be taking plenty of risks in the attack, bringing up Akamach, bringing up Abde, giving Demir playing time. And yeah, it is possible you could see Dembele go on the left-hand side and one of the three, Abde, Akamach, Demir, go on the right-hand side. That could be a better option. Ernest says, Eric takes more risk than Araujo. That's why he seems to make more mistakes. Excuse me. I don't know if I agree with that. I think he just makes more mistakes. I think Araujo provides high pressure. He goes in strong on tackles. He doesn't get beat very often at all. And when he does, he's got the pace to recover. So I'm not sure if I completely agree with that. I think Araujo is just a better defender. Or at least he's playing better right now. Levi says maybe play without a defensive mid. Probably not going to happen. If I'm assuming you mean do two center mids and a number 10 there, and maybe move Gavi in like that. But I don't see that happening. Not to start out anyway. I mean, listen. Throughout the course of the match, we may see several different looks. By the end of the last match over the weekend, we were in like a 3-2-5 formation. So we could see a lot of things. Animal says maybe Dembele won't even start to make sure he won't get injured again before the Bayern clash. Maybe. You guys got to keep in mind, though, we're pretty far down in the La Liga table. If we could jump over to that for a second. if you look at the La Liga table, it's not like we have the option to just put out a B squad right now. Barcelona are sitting in 7th. Batiste are in 5th. If Barcelona get the win today, we'll be still 1 point behind the top 5 with a match in hand. But folks, we're dropping fast behind Real Madrid. Real Madrid has 36 points. We've got 23, match in hand. Even if you call that 26, we're 10 points down, and we are about almost halfway. We're about 40% through the season. So La Liga not looking good for us. We got to get in the top 3. The 4th spot I think gets us a playoff for Champions League next year, but we can't just say, oh, you know, to heck with La Liga, we got to focus on Champions League Bayern Munich. We got to get points. We got to get points on the board. IG asks, can Nico play in the defensive mid role? He can. I just don't know if I would fully rely on him just yet. Levi says, what's to lose at this point? It's the F it, why not season. Fair. This is the season to try stuff out. This is the season to experiment. This is the season to really get a sense of, you know, where do we stand? Do I have a hairband? I do. Where do we stand with our current club? Because right now, we're not really able to bring in signings. Apparently, we're going to look to bolster the squad in some way in January, and I am going to come out with the Barcelona January transfer rumors video. I'm going to do a top 25. I'm going to do a top 25 rumors, how likely they are to actually come to the club. Maybe I put it in order of like how big of an impact the players would have. We'll see. We shall see. But that's going to be coming up on the channel. Probably get that out. You know what I'll do? Because I'm a clever guy. I'll get that ready over today and tomorrow. And then the goal will be to have that set as a premiere for the end of the live watch-along for Barcelona versus Betis tomorrow. We'll do that. So lots to come on the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. Hit the smash button, guys. Go ahead, help out the channel. Hit the smash button, idiot. Hit the like button if you don't mind, folks. It's a big help to the channel. So before you leave, hit the thumbs up on the stream. That helps promote the channel, promote the live streams. Next up, we are going to be going live pregame tomorrow, 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. That's about 30 minutes before kickoff. We'll be going over the lineup, which will be released. We'll be talking about our official predictions, and we'll see what happens during the match. We'll be here giving the play-by-play. I'll have the score, the time. You won't miss any of the action. We'll have the chat going so you can connect with Culers from around the world, which is why this channel started to begin with. I will really want to just bring folks together to connect over their love of Barcelona so that we have that Culers connection despite all of our other differences. They don't matter when we're here on the channel. You are part of the Stash Squad no matter where you are from around the world. I love you very much. I do appreciate you all coming and hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow for Barcelona versus Real Betis right here on the Undefeated channel. Thanks so much for tuning in and taking a ride, my friends. We'll see y'all next time.